Not all expenses are created equal. There are negative, neutral, and positive expenses. Negative expenses are anything that does not add value to you in exchange. These are things like overdraft or late fees, but also include anything that negatively impacts your health or even close relationships. For some people, these are things like tobacco, alcohol, or even hard drugs. The lottery is another negative expense and is known as the ignorance tax. The Powerball has about a 1 in 150 million chance of paying out. And even though very few people actually win, those who win millions have a 70% chance of going broke within 5 years. It is very hard for people to hold on to money that they did not earn themselves because they do not know how to duplicate the process. Another big negative expense is inflation, or the stealth tax. The dollar bill loses buying power over time. The purchasing power of a dollar from 1913 is the same as $25 today. Most people equate inflation to be around 3%, so in reality, unless you are making at least 3% annual return, you are actually losing money each year. Neutral expenses are things like lifestyle expenses and insurance, things that are case specific and they add value to you but may not give a physical return. So for lifestyle expenses, these are life's pleasures, and everyone has different things that they value. For some, their daily coffee is just one of those things, when for others, traveling abroad is what they like to do. For instance, in the case where parents work a ton and may have pushed off family bonding, taking off work for a family vacation could be super rewarding and add massive value to the family as a whole. One good thing to keep in mind though is these types of value-adding experiences do not need to cost an arm and a leg to make worthwhile. Just make sure you never borrow for lifestyle expenses. Always pay cash. Robert Kiyosaki says borrowing is easier in the short term, but harder in the long term. Don't buy luxuries until you build the assets to afford them. Insurance is one of the best leverages against risk. This puts the risk on the insurance company versus yourself and your family. It protects you against the catastrophic. If you have a small cash reserve, you can have a higher deductible and a lower premium payment. That way, you'll get more monthly cash flow, yet you still protect against the big things that can devastate a family. It may not give you a physical return, but it still adds value like peace of mind, and it allows you to swing for the fences knowing your bases are covered. And then positive expenses are the expenses that give you back more than you spent to get it. This could be investing in traditional schooling or self-education. This could be buying an asset or investment like a property. Any type of thing that you spend $1 on and get more than $1 back. These positive expenses lead to short-term cash flow or even long-term equity. And ideally, you want cash flow from these sources, not just an appreciation in value. Cash flow makes everything easier. What are some positive expenses you can think of that you want to have in your life?